Hello and welcome to Art with Mrs. Beaufeaux. Today we're going to explore landscapes using painted paper and the technique in art called collage. Let's get started. Earlier in the week, we created painted paper. This is a form of art in which a piece of paper is painted in layers with texture added. This paper is then used for other art pieces, such as collage. Let's take a look at some examples that you created in class. In the examples I've selected that I'm showing you here, I wanted to show you how that top layer and those textures that we added really pop against that full underlayer of color. Great job, guys! Earlier I mentioned that we're going to use these pieces of painted paper to create a collage. Well, what is a collage? This is the technique in the resulting work of art in which pieces of paper, photographs, fabric, and other inferior are arranged and stuck down onto a supporting surface. For my friends joining us from home, I've sent home different little packets of art supplies that you'll be using for this project. It includes a couple different big plain pieces of paper and our painted paper scraps from today. You each received 6 different swatches of painted paper, including the underlayer colors of red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet. I want to tell you about this really awesome artist from France. His name is Henri Matisse. Although Matisse now is known for his amazing paintings and collage work, that's not how he started his adult life. Originally, he was a lawyer, but he came down with a bad bout of appendicitis and he needed to stay in bed. While he was resting and recuperating, his mother gave him a box of paints, and he was able to stretch his mind in that way. When he became older, he suffered again from some illnesses that bound him to his bed. After moving to a seaside village, he picked up a pair of scissors and started cutting out pieces of paper. This led to an amazing work of art that's known as collage. He continued making collages, and some of my favorite pieces of work that he's created take a little bit of an imagination to see the subject matter. What does learning about this artist from history have to do with what we're doing today? Why, Mrs. Beaufeaux, I'm glad you asked that question. Today we're going to be creating our own collages. I need you to choose one of the following environments: the ocean, outer space, the jungle, the desert, your backyard. And then we're going to use our painted paper and our scissors to draw with our scissors, and we're going to create different shapes, move them around a background piece of paper until you get a scene that you like, and then glue them down. Let's get creating. If you'd like to draw the shapes on the background, like if you want to flip your painted paper over and draw on the back and cut out that way, you can, but I just did a freestyle cutting and I chose outer space for my subject matter. So let's see what I've made. I think it's important to not glue down your pieces right away because that allows you the opportunity to move them around and see what you really like. I started off using a glue stick here, and then I got really frustrated because they weren't sticking very nicely, and I realized it was repositionable glue, so I switched over to my Elmer's School liquid glue. I want you to think about the 2 types of shapes that we talked about at the beginning of the year. Do you remember both organic and geometric shapes? What do you see in my image here? Really finish off my piece, I'm going to attach it to this background paper and add my name. If you remember what this is called, it's called mounting, and it really gives our image a finished, nice, clean look. Well, that's all for this edition of Art with Mrs. Beaufeaux. I hope you enjoyed making landscapes with our painted paper from earlier this week. Don't forget about the amazing artist named Henri Matisse and one of his chosen art styles, which was collage. Here are a few pictures of our kids at work. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon.